Go ahead.
So tonight's Bible story is going to be all about Peter again.
Go ahead.
So Jesus' disciples have been helping Jesus all day, performing miracles, healing the sick, teaching to people. So at the end of the day, Jesus told Peter and his disciples to get in a boat and go on this big lake and row out, and he would catch up with them later.
Go ahead.
So Peter and his friends decided they'd get in the boat and they'd row out to the middle of the lake. As they were rowing and rowing, it got later and later. It got so dark, I bet you they couldn't even see where they were going.
Go ahead.
Not only was it dark, but the wind was blowing. It was blowing so fierce. They were just rowing and not going anywhere. They had rowed for so long. The Bible says it was like 3 to 6 in the morning. They had been rowing so long and rowing for so long that it was almost morning time.
Go ahead.
Then Peter and the other men saw something coming towards them. You think it was a boat? Maybe a whale? What else could be out there that late at night? But the men started to be afraid because they got closer. It looked like a man.
It's a man. Go.
So as it started to get closer, one of the men yelled out, it was a ghost. What else could it be this late at night? And a man walking on water. It had to be a ghost.
Go ahead.
After all, a person would sink trying to walk across the water. Who do you think it was? That's right, it was Jesus. Jesus was walking out to the disciples, and he yelled out to them, "Don't be afraid, it's just me, Jesus."
Go ahead.
So Jesus said, "Come," out to him. So Peter stepped out onto the water, and he began to walk across the water. He didn't sink. He just walked towards Jesus. It was a miracle. So Peter started to look around. He started to get scared. He started to see the waves, and he started to see the wind blowing and the effects that the wind was. And guess what happened next? Peter began to drown. This might have been pretty scary because he called out for Jesus to help him. So what do you think Jesus did? Do you think he just let him drown? No, Jesus wouldn't do that. He loved Peter. He reached out his hand and he picked him up and he said, "Why did you doubt?" And when they got back in the boat, the wind stopped, the waves stopped, the storm calmed down, and all of them knew in the boat that Jesus is God. He was truly the Son of Man.
Go ahead.
Now, do you think Jesus was mad at Peter for doubting? No. Jesus wants to help us in our time of doubt, in our time of need. He would not get mad. He's there for us to reach out his hand and to pull us back up.